All right, here we go, guys. Carlo, say hello.
Hi.
There's his dad, Rob. There's Skinner. Got a charter today, but we're also in the Billy's by the Bay Blackfish tournament. Originally scheduled for last week, postponed because of the weather. We had this charter lined up. They agreed to do it. There's our number, Patrick Ewing, 33. Bimini start in about 20 minutes. Boats are just staging here in Sterling Harbor. Final weigh-in 3 p.m. You show up 3:01 with your 12-pound Blackfish. Guess what? You're too late. We'll see how we do. We did not bring a single rod that is not a jigging rod. We have 7 rods on the boat for 4 guys. Every single rod is designed for a light jig. I know our good friend Todd Mann. I'm wearing his shirt to try to get some of his big fish ability rubbed off on us. They are hitting their deeper spots, a little more current. It's a full moon too, but they've been catching some big fish. I think they're the favorites to win, but maybe we get lucky. Not likely. See how we do.
All right, here we go, guys. And yes, you heard in that intro, it's the Billy's by the Bay Blackfish Tournament. Postponed 1 week, actually held on Saturday, October 28th. Originally was supposed to be on the 21st. Bad weather pushed it back a week. I had a charter this week. Rob and his son Carlos, they agreed to do the tournament. It was a Skinner package, so we got lucky. We had Skinner with us too. Skinner never fishes the Blackfish Billy's tournament. And Bimini start. We're running to our spot in the Eastern Long Island Sound, about 17, 18 miles from our home dock. And we had an amazing trip. Now, we didn't win. Spoiler alert. Todd, as we all predicted, and his group, James Milano, Mike Sadowski, they crushed it. They had first and second place. I think they won about 72 to 7,500, somewhere in there. The Calcuttas were right around just under $7,000, I think. But, you know, this was a great trip in terms of number of keepers, although most of them were from Skinner and I. think I had 14, Skinner had 9. We had 26 on the boat. And Rob and Carlos have never jig fished for Blackfish before. We don't have a single jig on the boat, or I don't, over 1 ounce. We don't even have a rod that can really do any kind of rig fishing. We brought 7 rods, all noodle rods. My VRC Jigging Jerks tog rod. Skinner brought his Dark Matter Skinner tog rods, pardon me, with him. And it was really about teaching Rob and Carlos how to do this. And as you'll hear, I'll give an explanation near the end of the video. It is such a nuanced style of fishing. It's something that if you are not used to, it's very hard to just pick up a rod and do this and do it well. And it really comes down to just 3 things. Number 1, ignoring all those little pecks. That's the critical thing. You swing at those little pecks, you're going to catch small blackfish, Bergals, porgies, sea bass. You want to, as best you can, ignore all those. Number 2, you don't want to have a lot of tension on the rod. You don't want to offer a lot of resistance on that rod. You want to give the fish the ability to swim away with the jig. And number 3, you have to wait for that swimming away to happen. You wait for that right pull. That big blackfish comes in, muscles those other fish out. Bam, you got that blackfish on. You see, first drop, I hadn't even set up Rob yet. Carlos brought in a short blackfish. I'm going to drop my line in shortly thereafter and get the first keeper of the trip.
Carlo. Ooh. That was a good hit.
You need to tell me.
I will tell you, don't worry. This is not a netter. Might be a keeper, but it's not going to win the contest, and it's not a netter. A little bigger than yours, I think.
And I'll have a link in the description to all the gear I used. Again, I'm using all day, I didn't mention this in the opening, a 1/2 ounce S&S jig. Just an amazing small jig, perfect for feeling everything. And my rod, made in America, the VRC Jigging Jerks tog rod, titanium guides, top-notch materials. It's just a perfect setup, perfect rod for this style of light fishing.
Oh, I didn't have my camera on for that fish. Frig. Huh. I will say the half ounce takes forever to get down. Now it's down.
This one was about a shed.
Any good?
But this one was about a shed. I took the shell.
You can. It's up to you. I got another keeper. Hey, that's my limit. You guys enjoy the rest of the excursion here. Yeah, I didn't have the camera on for the second fish.
I've got 2. So I'm going to drop it down to a 3/4.
Yeah, I'm using a half.
Yeah.
At least it bites me.
Well, guys, I literally just limited in 5 minutes. 3 drops, 3 keepers. So you want to keep one more, Rob? 3?
Yeah.
And if we got a big one, we're going to keep it too, so we'll have 4, because we're going to weigh our biggest fish. What do you think?
Only allowed 4 for the whole boat?
No, but you said we're not. Skinner and I are not keeping fish. If you want 12 fish, we'll keep 12 fish. I don't want to kill fish, though, if you're not going to want them.
Yeah, Rob's very good.
And yeah, these guys are conservationists. They only want to keep what they're going to eat. This was going to be the last non-weigh-in fish we kept. We kept 5 fish on the whole day. Certainly caught a ton more than that.
All right.
Yes? Yes? Yes.
Yeah. I got this cranked 30-pound test. Bigger than the other ones, but
Yeah.
it's not going to win.
Yeah. Fish.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for the net. 6.5.
I don't know. I think that's not unreasonable.
Oh, you thought less?
6.
6? Hey, there's definitely one we can at least weigh.
Yes, and
And it's not even an hour in.
a good sign.
And on a half ounce. That was a half open again. Yeah. Ooh. Hanging on. Sea bass.
Well, you don't need to because you put the rod in the rod holder.
I have a blackfish on. Borderline keeper. While dead sticking.
Actually, I set the hook on with my hand.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, you
I
did?
did, yeah.
Oh, you want credit for this one?
I'm just saying.
I think it's a keeper.
I was surprised you left it in the rod holder.
Well, I wanted to check. It is a keeper. Do we want to measure versus the other one? No, it's not as big as the other one, right?
No, but it's big.
It's got weight.
Well, it's not. I mean,
It's not more than 6.
Now, Carlo and Rob are still without a keeper on the trip, but they're listening. Again, this is very nuanced. If you've never done it, there's a big learning curve. And yet, Carlo's going to be the first one from the family to catch a keeper via the jig.
Oh, okay. All right. Good job. Yeah. I hear the tension on the reel. 13 pounds. 13 pounds. Oh, it's a nice one, though. Good job. Hey. All right. You got to just... It's definitely a keeper.
no, absolutely. Yeah. Way to go, Carl.
Yeah, 17 plus. Hey, Rob. You're the only one left now.
I want to get a picture of it.
Yeah. I'll take it with my phone. I'll text it to your dad. Let's see what you got. Oh, yeah. Another keeper.
And that wily Skinner, as I'm changing my battery, he decides that's the time he's going to hook into the biggest fish of our trip. We'll pick up the action after I put the new battery in the GoPro.
It's a fish, not the pot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. No. I'm letting you do it. I know. I'm just freaking out when you do that.
I get it.
Wait, don't drop quite yet, Rob. Let him fight this fish in case he goes that way. What we don't want to happen is your line and his line and then it breaks up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh!
Got weight. Got weight, buddy. This is an 8.
I don't know about that, but
It's good. Nah, don't worry about
I
that.
don't care that it's more than whatever you have.
Oh, Skinner, you suck.
If that's an 8, what's it like fighting a 27?
Yeah, you don't want to know.
I'll tell you, the 8 I had.
And I gotta tell you, his fish really threw us off. It was fat. It was not that long, but really, really fat. Put up a great fight. Wound up only weighing about 6.3 pounds, somewhere in that area. Briefly, it put us in the lead, but that's because we came in early with the wind picking up. We weighed in our fish with a half hour to go in the contest. That fish Skinner caught was in the lead, but quickly surpassed by 2 fish on Todd's boat and a couple of other fish. But for a second, we thought that fish might have won it for us.
I mean, there's a really aggressive bite now.
Also, you know,
I got a keeper here, but not one that's gonna win us anything. He just lightened up. Yeah. Yeah, that's a keeper, but not gonna win it.
So one of the regrets that Skinner and I had on this trip was because we were in a tournament, we didn't give Rob and Carlos probably the attention they deserved, considering this is the first time they are light tackle jigging for tog. And I'm going to have Rob come next to me. I'm going to do something very non-intuitive. I'm going to switch him up to a half-ounce jig. I'm using a half-ounce jig this entire trip, save for 2 drops, where I broke off and put on the 1 ounce, and I quickly switched back because I didn't have the feel with the 1 ounce that I did with the half ounce. I'm going to give him some instruction here, and it's, like I said, so nuanced, so critical to set at the right time, not to have resistance on the rod when that fish is pulling so it doesn't feel the weight and spit the hook. And listen to me try to explain this to Rob.
Remember, it's going to take forever. And it can be deceiving. You think you're down and you're not. Okay,
Well,
I'm
I know the
down.
depth, so it's the fact that I know the depth.
Yeah,
Now those little taps is not the bite, right?
right. I've gotten 50 of those since we dropped. I'll try to keep it this way. It's just hard for me to set this way. So maybe you can. And look, I'm keeping it. You can keep it like that too. Just don't keep it too tight that if they try to run with it, they feel resistance and they spit it. I'm trying to do like a seesaw, like bow to the cow. So if I got hit right now, I would do that. Maybe they were on you and I needed you to come up. Yep, look, I was getting no hits. You saw how it started swimming away?
So once it starts swimming away, then
Yeah.
gotta go move. You good?
Not as good as yours, not as good as my first one, but a keeper. Take and drag on the 30 pound test.
Well, you need a net?
No. It's a good one though. Definitely a 5 pounder, you know? But maybe more than 5. What do you think, Skinner?
5.
5? All right, he goes back though. But I know it was hard to tell, but did you see what I did?
I was watching.
And really, it's those 3 little things, right? Ignore those little pecks. Those are brigals, those are porgies, those are sea bass, those are small blackfish. Ignore them. Wait for that fish to swim away. That's what we call it. It feels like it's pulling away. And the critical third thing tied to that is not having resistance, not a lot of resistance, just enough so you don't get that pole ripped out of your hands. It's almost like bowing to the cow. You want to give that big blackfish an opportunity to swim away with it, bite it, swallow it, and then you set the hook.
Description: contact, not pressure.
Yeah, but you're feeling boom, boom, boom.
I ignore that. I don't set on the boom, boom, boom. Ever. I set on the... That's what I feel. And again, because I don't have pressure on the jig at the bottom, it's like
Steady swimming away.
Like-
Steady is the word.
bowing to the cow.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so right now, just balanced. But I have a good enough grip that he won't rip it out of my hand, because they come close sometimes.
What else do I have on?
Look at those stumps, I'm ignoring them. Oop, that was close, almost. There it goes. This is good, Skinner.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh boy.
Don't let him take you down.
I got him out. He might have had me in the rock, Skinner. No, it's taking drag, and I have this cranked 30-pound.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No. You know, I mean, it's a good ice fish, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, not gonna win it.
It's not.
I thought it was better.
It's not even as big as your first ice fish.
I think you're right. Wait, Skinner, you got my line. Okay. 5.5.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So that's gonna be a
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to catch the one that was... No. But it's a keeper. I think this is our limit fish too. Yeah, this is decent. It's definitely a keeper.
I think it was said that float was drifting away.
Had 6, then that's 3 more. That's 9 for me.
Can you see what's going on here? Look.
Yeah, you gotta let it go. Yeah, go! Set! Sorry, I didn't mean to scream,
No,
but
that's the way.
that's what you want to see.
Okay. Do you understand getting your feet wet?
Yeah. Hold on.
I just can't get it out of
Yeah,
the
it's
lip.
okay. Yeah, you got him in a bad spot. Let me go help your dad too. Hold on. Nice fish, man. Nice. That's good. That's one close to 5 too.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
And yeah, probably my proudest moment of the trip, despite me yelling at poor Rob to set the hook. I feel like he finally got it, understood everything I was talking about. That was his first keeper. He had another one to end the trip. We wound up with 26 keepers on the boat. Congratulations again to Todd, Mike Sadowski, James Milano, well-deserved. They actually truly deserve to win. God bless Todd. He has that fishery, this fishery, dialed in from a big fish perspective, fishing a lot deeper than us, using heavier weights than us. Not something I enjoy doing, but certainly if you want to win money, that's what you got to do in these types of tournaments. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope some of you that struggle with this tog jig fishing got something out of this. As always, if you like these videos, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like content like this, please consider subscribing.